Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and we're back with our Civilization 5 Vicious Scurrier playthrough in Brave New World expansion, obviously. And I'm sorry, last time it turns out the videocast was actually a little bit shorter than I expected. Apparently my timer messed up, it said it is half an hour long. It apparently was. Oh wait, that's 20 not 30, I cannot read. So yeah, it was actually correct, I just couldn't read it, sorry. Let's forget that happened, shall we? So, last time we left off, we did some decent amount of scouting, we killed some barbarians for fancy reasons, and we're actively looking for some workers to steal, because I would rather not have to make my own workers, since this would just take too long. Although, as I expressed in my previous videocast, it is entirely possible that getting the workers back to my homeland can be actually, you know, just as time-consuming as making them, you know, from the get-go, so I'm not too sure about that. Actually, since Monaco doesn't have any workers yet, I'll start moving south now, go past this barbarian encampment and see if Sofia has them. I'm willing to steal workers for Sofia, even though they will hate me for it, because I do not really need a militaristic city-state early on in the game, all that much. Since I'm yet to discover any other major civilization, I don't think that this is something that I really need to focus on, if you know what I mean. So, cities we all like to visit. Yep, that's Austria. Yeah, those are the only guys with tourism, most assuredly. And I forgot to boost this guy's voice. Although I think it's more or less okay. I listened to the last videocast. Maybe I'll boost it just by a tiny amount. Now, what do I want next in tradition? Well, usually what I want to do is rush for Landed Elite, because it's first of all amazing, and secondly, in this situation, it is actually going to work wonderfully again because of the synergy between my starting location of food production, which is amazing, as I expressed many times before. I mean, bananas, deer, all this jungle, granary, and start and whatnot, yeah, it's kinda amazing. So, by all means, starting with legalism. The only thing that kinda annoys me with legalism is that it doesn't provide a free culture building in capital. Yeah, you're not gonna get any free culture building for some reason, which is really annoying. It should include your capital, but it does not. At least last time I checked, it didn't. So yeah, there is that. Now, something I need to explain about the last videocast. I got three free texts, right? So the last videocast is yet to go live, but I can bet that some of you will say, hey, why don't you use all free text to actually jumpstart into classical by grabbing something that is very expensive otherwise, like for example, drama and poetry. Oh, iron working would probably nobody recommended iron working. Or mathematics. Mathematics would be good. Why not? And will I be able to make hard houses? I just realized the mod I'm using does change. It has the option of starting with card house technology, but I do not see this thing unlocking card houses. Which is slightly worrying, because if you cannot make card houses, then this playthrough is gone, dead and finished. I should have checked the early card house option, so then I would be on the safe side. Now it's a little bit, I really don't want to restart this playthrough because it's been going so well for me so far. Oh well, for the time being, let us not worry about it, but the funny thing is, I think I'm gonna go for mathematics straight away anyway, because I kinda want to get Temple of the Artemis more than I want to get Hanging Gardens. Even though Hanging Gardens are amazing, I mean, free garden and plus 6 food and plus 1 catcher, this is incredible. But that's plus 10% growth in all cities. And I know that AI really likes rushing for Hanging Gardens, so maybe just maybe rushing for mathematics would be a fairly decent idea. Just a thought, but I think it might be for the best if I try to go for it ASAP. Alrighty then, start moving south. Man, I'm really terrified about this early card house now. And looky here, a worker. And the cool thing is, barbarians are probably going to kidnap him, which means that when I kill barbarians and take the worker from barbarians, I will not have to return this worker. I can just keep him, and Buenos Aires will not be angry at me for doing so. They will just be grateful if I were to return him, but if not, then they are like, well, whatever, we didn't like this worker anyway. So that's a really nice way of acquiring a worker without actually working for him. Unless he, of course, hides in a city like a coward, which is also a possibility, as you can see. Now, I can attack those hand axe soldiers. I would rather not. I'm going to heal up for a second and see what happens to those workers. And that's it for this turn, isn't it? Yes, it is. Library is finished in 110. Show queue, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I started I queued up a walker, but I think I will be able to get a walker after all, so let's not bother with him right now, even though I really need him. Watermill, however, first of all, I really do need the watermill, but I'm trying to figure out if it's really a good idea to go for it. I mean, I can actually get a rush for Temple of Artemis in a relatively quick time. Because if I go for production focus, it only takes 12 turns flat to get it, and in 2 turns, in fact, I'll get the new citizen, so it will be even faster. So I'll keep it for default focus on default focus for now, and then I'll go for production focus, and I should be able to get a Temple of Artemis before AI. Possibly. It's a very big risk I'm taking that I shouldn't be taking, if I have to be entirely honest with you, but it's just too tempting. It really, really is. Now, what kind of technology do I want to go for next? On the off chance I actually do manage to grab a wonder, because keep in mind, it will give me a technology boost. Well, I'm next to mountains, so Machu Picchu sounds interesting, although it's nothing that amazing. It does give you a fair amount of gold and some faith, but it's, considering the cost of getting that, it's not that amazing. I'm tempted to think about Chichen Itza, since I can rush it on a relatively fast pace. However, Parthenon is a little bit overestimated, but at the same time, having some more culture, I really like culture, so I think I might queue this thing up. But then again, National College, yeah, I forgot about that. It happens. National College, very important, especially for Koreans, because the percentage bonus boost to size is just so great, it's too good to pass on. Now I'm thinking on what to do if indeed I messed up with the mod and I will never ever unlock hothouses. If that's the case, then what I'm probably going to do is continue playing it, because I really like the stat, and now I'll just have to raise every single city I conquer. Which is going to be a nightmare, mind you, but I think if this mod did bug out in such a way, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I refuse to restart this. Things are going way too good for me right now, and I have been having fun with this mod as well, so yeah. Sophia under attack, yeah. Oh, come on, they killed all barbarians! I couldn't get the praise for killing them, that's very annoying. And now there are archers over there. I'll sit here for the time being. Archers shouldn't be able to do too much damage to me. I'm in a forest and I am healing and defending, so it should be okay. 11 turns until a new citizen is born, and 11 turns until Temple of Artemis. That's a nice synergy, but I can make it 10 turns and 17 turns. That's just one more turn in the Temple of Artemis rush. Should I or shouldn't I? That's a good question, if I have to be entirely honest with you. Either way, I'm gonna get it relatively quickly. I think I'm gonna try and rush Temple of Artemis, even though it's going to slow me down in my population department. But when we go to the demographics, I'm actually third. I am first in manufactured goods, so even if I'm tied, this is good news, because AI almost always prioritizes Grey Library, so it's possible they didn't start working on Temple of Artemis yet. But keep in mind, I never play with Temple of Artemis on, so I don't really know how much the AI prioritizes this building. Man, my English. This time it's a little bit better than last time, so it's not that bad. Let's just say I'm on top for obvious reasons. I mean, free text. That's it. And that's about that. I'm actually getting quite a bit of gold per turn, surprisingly. Fine, I guess that's okay. Anything else? Not really. Let's see what happens. I really want to kidnap those walkers already. I really effing need them. Oh, more walkers. And yes, they moved in. Now, can you kidnap them, archers? No, they want to shoot me instead. This is very annoying, but this is actually very annoying, because now if I try to kidnap those guys, you know what is going to happen? I'll have to get far enough from the city so that it doesn't kill me, which will not happen. Oh wait, no I don't. I can just sign a peace treaty right away. I forgot again, I can do that. So yeah, let's just declare war on Buenos Aires. Sorry about that. Let's make peace. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to kill you, I just wanted your worker. So now we have a worker, which is a very good thing. I really need this guy. And those archers are a problem. I'm gonna get closer to them, I think. Now, why would I want to do that, honestly? I'm not too sure. Let's get closer to them anyway. I think I don't really know why. I mean, right now... Oh, Buenos Aires. They actually bought out walls because they thought I was going to attack them. Seriously? Wow, that's kind of hilarious. Either way, tempting. I can heal my warriors. I think I'm actually going to do that. But first, I'm going to rename my units to Shepherd. Shepherd. Is that how you spell shepherds? I just realized. I actually don't remember. This will be really effing... How do you call it? well, not humbling, but embarrassing. That's what I was looking for. If that's not how you spell shepherds. And the more I look at it, the more wrong it looks. But then again, I might just be overly paranoid. It might be how you spell shepherds. Why do I want to call those guys shepherds? Well, it's mostly, you know, how do you call it again? I have problems with words nowadays, don't I? Yeah, I do, apparently. So anyway, what I was trying to say is that I'm going to make a throwback to my last career attempt when I make a comment about Cybership. And I think that Cybership is a decent religion to have this time around. So why not center my civilization around the belief of the ship. Cybership, to be more precise. The best kind of ship. So yeah, there is a problem. Of course, barbarians had to spawn this warrior right there, which means that I cannot possibly sneak my warcry past them, which is the absolute worst. But what I can do is sit here for a moment. Buenos Aires is going to get really angry with me, but they already hate me a lot. So it's not like it matters all that much, even if I stand in the tower for a moment. So it should be okay. Going for Temple of Artemis seems like a really foolish move. I'll be entirely honest with you. That's not what I should be doing at all. Because I bet somebody is going to steal that from me. It's like, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. Anyway, I'm starting to have my doubts about the possibility of getting my workers through to my home city, but maybe if I go around the outskirts of this jungle, I'll be able to do this, especially with the support of Buenos Aires that will attack the barbarians, keep in mind, so this could help me quite a bit. And landed elite, this is... Ooh, I just looked at my happiness and I cannot allow it to go below 0. How fast until my next policy? I would love to know that. Unfortunately, this game only tells you how close are you to your next policy, not the policy after that, and that's what I want to know right now. So I know I'm going to grab my policy now, but I don't remember the cost of the policy, of the 4th policy, which is slightly annoying on Immortal. Because my worry is that I will go into a negative happiness, and this is by all means bad, because keep in mind, each negative point of happiness gives you a minus 2% to everything, except food, I believe. And it also takes away from your golden age, which is very important, I would say, very important. So I think our food production at the moment is fairly decent. So I'm willing to not go for London Elite and to go for Monarchy instead. So not only will we gain some gold, but at the very least I'll feel a little bit safer about my happiness problems right now. Of course, I will improve the copper as soon as possible, but I'm not too sure when this as soon as possible will actually happen, because right now it looks like it is going to take a while. Now, let me actually make a brief pause and drink a bit of... Oh yes, Pantheon, that's great. Anyway, drink a little bit of raspberry... It's not a raspberry juice, it's more like a highly condensed raspberry extract? I'm not sure how to call it better. There was a word for it, but I don't remember it. You know what I mean, however. Anyway, that's this high density, lol, raspberry extract mixed in with sparkling water. It's a really refreshing drink, so I encourage you guys to try it out, because that's something I like to drink summer, especially cold. Right now it may not be summer, at least not on the northern hemisphere, but at the same time, this winter has been, right now it's not even winter anymore, but it has been really, really hot, and right now I still think it's kind of hot. So why not drink something refreshing, shall we? So give me a second. Yes. It is nice. The only problem is that you have to sip in a small sips, but whatever. Sip in a small sips. Wow, I'm really good. Anyway, what do I have? Pastures? Can I get pastures? There was something about pastures, wasn't there? Got over the open sky. Well, catcher from pastures. Catcher isn't bad, it's not exactly what I was looking for, however. Especially since, how many pastures are there? I mean, I know that I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pastures over here. Any pastures in the future? No, unless I conquer Buenos Aires, which I might, but I would rather not. So that's that. How many camps will I ever have? There's one camp right there for the deer, and 2 more camps for deer and truffles. So that's plus 3 food, which is already fairly decent. If I would able to see at least 1 more camp location, I'd probably go for that, but I don't see any more camp locations, so that's a little bit risky to go for camps, even though extra food is awesome. Production from fishing boats is overpoweredly good, except I have no sea resources, so it's like, yeah, not too useful for me right now. What else? What else? There was something, yeah. Banana, citrus, and wheat resource. Sun God. I do have 2 bananas nearby and 1 citrus in the future. So again, something that is fairly nice, but just like with the camp situation, I'm not too sure if it is something that I will be able to use to a great effect. It's a tough choice, I have to say. And whatever, no matter what I choose, in the future it will turn out that I will choose incorrectly because something else will be of a bigger quantity on my little island and or continent. I don't even know what this is. I've modded, definitely no. I mean, I've got plenty of copper, but extra faith from copper. Faith is, like, in my eyes, the least important of the major resources. I mean, it can be very nice, especially if you have the leading faith, but even then it's not something that I care about all that much. Catcher is way better in every shape and form. You know what? I can only see 3 ways to gain extra food from either Goddess of the Hunt or Sun God, and I see 5 ways to gain extra catcher from God of Open Sky. So I'm gonna go for God of Open Sky, I think. That's, hold on a second, Sun God gives you for which citrus and banana resource you do not even have to improve it, so that's a bonus to that. I'll gain the bonuses immediately. It's so difficult! This may be a mistake, but again, let's play it safe. I know I have plenty of pastures, and I'll probably find more pastures in the future. So as soon as I improve those sheep, there will be Ultra Cyber Sheep. Besides, I just realized I wanted to make a cult of Cyber Sheep. I think it's just normal that I gain extra catcher from ships, right? Yeah, okay. In case you're wondering why I'm not going to my city, even though I really do need to, in order to improve my resources, that's simply because I really desperately need to heal up my warriors, because we have Raging Barbarians turned on, there will be Babjurian Barbarians on my way home, and I do not want to lose my workers, so there's that. Alright, more technology, let's queue up something after philosophy. What will that be, you may ask? Well, that's a very good question. Chopping would probably not be the worst idea, since I can use it, in fact, on the deer, but I still have plenty of other tiles to improve, so maybe it's not my top priority per se. Drama poetry, I always liked it, I really did. Not only because of Pathfinder, which, as I said, I like Catcher, but also because of Writer's Guild, and the National Epic, which is, in my eyes, a very underestimated national wonder. Because extra great people generation, this can mean that if you rush for National Epic, you can actually start gaining your great engineers at a very, very fast pace. Of course, you need some kind of structure that gives you points towards great engineer, but still, it can be a fairly powerful combo. You shouldn't rush for it right away, but the faster you get it, the better in my eyes. So that's why I intended to go for drama and poetry. On the other hand, is there something else I really need? I actually kind of do need happiness, as I just realized again. So I think I'm gonna go for construction first, to gain the access to Colosseum. Because trapping would not be useful. I mean, circus is amazing, but you need to have horses or ivory. I don't have either of those, so let's go for construction, I think. Alright, what else? You do nothing for this turn and end my turn. Those guys could really heal faster. Seriously, guys. You can do better than that. I'm not going to wait for too long, honestly. 57 HP points. Health points. My brain is really, really stupid and slow today. Anyway, 3 turns to Temple of Artemis. I just feel this epically annoying sound of somebody grabbing the Great Wonder. I know this is going to happen, but I'm not gonna stop now. I'm just gonna pray that... Oh, hi there, Hanax! I'm just passing through. There's no need to concern with... you know, deal with me in any shape, way, or form. And really... I have 69 gold. I mean, look at that. This is... should be enough for you to leave me alone. Oh, wow, right? Stone Circus? Well, good for you. I don't care about that at all. But somebody's gonna go for Maluzo. What? How do you spell that? I also have a problem with the sword. Mausoleum. There we go, that's way better. I just have to read it and I can actually read it. Alright. Now the problem with Kandex is they're effing good. So they pretty much wiped out my warriors. And they will be able to do that completely in the next turn, I'm afraid. Because they did what, 27 damage? Yeah, it's very likely that they will kill me next turn. But it is possible that I'll buy my workers enough time to sneak past into my city. Of course, I'll be chased by hand axe soldiers. Maybe, just maybe, however, they will not follow me the entire way. And even if they do, I'll be able to start improving those this ship tower and protect behind my be safe inside behind my city. Alright, the Great Library. I knew this is going to happen. But I think I may actually be able to get my Temple of Artemis, which would be great, especially since, keep in mind, it actually works in tandem with watches. Yes!
Not so much for its beauty that the forest makes a claim upon men's hearts, as for that subtle something, that quality of air, that emanation from old trees that so wonderfully changes and renews a weary spirit.
Oh yes. So that's not only a decent science boost to my, well, science in general, because I'm Korea, keep in mind I wonder in my capital, that's how it works. But additionally, I now have a better, how's it called? No, seriously, how's it called? It's, oh, growth rate, that's right. Man, me and words, they do not work for me at all nowadays, do they? Perhaps I'm getting old. Anyway, Stonehenge is tempting, I really like Stonehenge, again. It's kind of underestimated, but it does give you great, not only great engineer points, but also +5 faith. I don't really care all that much about +5 faith, but keep in mind, in early game it's almost impossible to gain an equivalent of that, because Shrines give you the 1, and Temples give you 2, so you need at least 2 cities to catch up to the Stonehenge guy, which is fairly major, and great engineer point, again, amazing. But, Hanging Gardens, way more important, extra catcher, extra food, and a free garden. I can get a garden either way, but a free garden is not the same just like any garden. So Hanging Gardens, let's try and go for that. I'm starting to think that maybe I was too not generous enough for the AIs when I was giving people bonuses, because free technology is actually a very big deal. I looked at my last video cast and I was like, oh wow, I only gave Brazil 50 faith and 150 gold. I should have been more generous. Same goes for... oh no, really? Hand axe? At least they will waste 10 of movement. Now, the problem is, if the AI is any smart, they will move their hand axe into this hill, right here. So, I will have to go over here with my next 10, and they'll open fire and kill my warriors. Then I will move my workers, and I'll move them, I'll have to move them here, they will follow me there. So then I'll have to move over here. Wait, they might follow me there. So even if I move over here, they will be able to get over here and kill me. So then I couldn't move over there. I think I could be able to kill them with my city by itself, possibly. Or at least buy myself enough time to buy a scout and then save my workers with scouts. So it could be okay. It depends how smart the AI is. Maybe they will not move to this mountain. A human player would definitely grab my workers, but it was not a human player. So that's good. I'll actually be fine, which is amazing. Alright. Man, things are really going well. Monaco targets nearby combat, very nice. I don't have the forces to kill them yet, but that's still okay. Only 5 happiness compared to somebody's 18. Yeah, that's an Immortal. That's not really something anybody should be really surprised about. My warriors, I'm sorry, they're going back to city, they're going to heal up, and my workers are going to improve this ship tower first of all, since it's the most protected one. Maybe I'll just start with this one, however. Why not? I think that it is relatively well protected and I can still run away to my city very fast. So that's probably what I will do. End the 10 and get yet another sip of my drink. So give me a second. Delicious. I now got a water meal, which is by all standards an amazing improvement. I think everybody agrees to that. I mean, extra food and production is just flat out a nice bonus to everything. It does cost 2 gold maintenance still, but it's relatively cheap and it does give you a nice bonus early on. So there's that. Anything else? There isn't anything I want to add to queue right now. I will need to make a second seat at some point, and as I told you, I want to make it right there. Preferably before Buenos Aires grabs the Barangay crater, which could happen any time now, but if anything, but actually, hold on a second. 1, 2, I cannot even settle a city over there yet, because it's too close to Buenos Aires. It's only 3 towns away from Buenos Aires, actually 2. So, I'll have to kill Buenos Aires anyway, either way. And other city-states are going to hate me for it, but at the same time, keep in mind, I am playing as the vicious, evil Korea. So I think it's fine if I do that, isn't it? Anyway, I think I can start healing my soldiers over here. If anything bad happens, they can run away to the city. And yeah, let's improve the sheep first. I have enough happiness not to care about copper just yet. So let's do that, get some more food production. I can already go for aesthetics, which is nice, or patronage, which will be even better considering I have really good city-state allies over there. But then again, since I am already planning to kill one of those guys, I may not actually want to go for patronage. So yeah. Same, and for aesthetics, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go for that either. I'll probably finish tradition, and then I'll either save up for rationalism, or just rushing straight all those character thingies, policies in rationalism, which would be a decent idea. Or I could go honor, because keep in mind, I want to be a warmonger, and honor is actually fairly okay for a warmonger. So I might think about that. Either way, I think after tradition I'll just save up my policy points. I could spend them on things like liberty as well, but I don't really want to make a lot of cities. And liberty is all nice and dandy, but it's not that great. Sorry, if you don't have a lot of cities. So yeah, and aesthetics, I think I mentioned it before, I really like aesthetics, but not for a warmonger, not. It isn't, it's not something for a warmonger. Alright, people really want me to kill those barbarians, that's fine. Terracotta army, ooh, I'm not the only warmonger out there. Somebody has a warmonger personality. Otherwise, there's no way in a million years an AI would rush a terracotta army, especially this early on. It's 10:36. Even for an Immortal AI, this is fairly fast for a terracotta army, just saying. It's kinda troubling, and it actually makes me think that maybe, just maybe I should go for... production focus doesn't help me with hanging guards actually, so that's good to know. Do I want to add anything to kill? I could add Stonehenge. I really don't care about barracks all that much. But maybe not yet. Let's queue up something more in terms of science. After I get the construction, what else do I want? Aqueduct is fairly awesome, especially for somebody that is playing as Korea. I can go for this aqueduct early in my capital. Then again, after I finish tradition, I'll get free aqueduct in every city. I mean the first 4 cities. But this would give me an aqueduct a little bit faster, and also I could make a road that could connect 2 sides of a river, which is nice. And it's one step closer to workshops, and workshops are just flat out awesome. Then again, drama and poetry, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go... Let's just, for the time being, stick to the plan, and as the situation develops, I'll go for some chaos. I'm really disappointed I didn't meet, or rather, I didn't meet England yet, or rather, they didn't find me. Which probably means that they are simply not somewhere where I can get to without access to ocean tiles, which is very annoying. I really wanted to kill those bastards so badly after the last time. They deserve it. They really do. Anyway, nothing to do for the next like 7 tiers. Not really. As soon as I finished improving my ship, I'll be able to move, but that's still not for the next few tiers, unfortunately. I really hope I can get hanging honest. If not, then I'll stop dealing with... lol. You don't know what's going to come for you, Buenos Aires. Not at all. Anyway, I don't want to go for too many wanderers, so no matter what happens, if I get hanging honest, or if I don't get them at all, either way, I'm gonna go for National College next, and then probably go for something else that will allow me to get back in the game, per se. So, probably a settler would be a decent idea, but then again, for a settler I would need a better army. And actually, speaking of a better army, what I want to do is, actually... Should I buy a scout now? It only costs 100 gold. I could save this gold for something better, but a scout could be potentially good, just because he moves so fast across this hard terrain, and this terrain over here is very rough. And meanwhile, I can keep this warrior right here in my borders, so that if barbarians do come and try to pillage my improvements, I will be safe. I can just repel them with my warriors. So that's the idea. Alright, scouts, you go explore the south. Let's hope for something awesome right there. I see a desert. Not exactly my definition of awesome, but I will take it. Let's keep... Oh, for a second I thought I didn't get the catcher bonus, but it's right there, hidden behind Soul Sign. That was kind of scary. It really, really was. Anyway, let's improve more ships, because ships are amazing. Look at my citizens, they all love ship. Ships are awesome. They're not that great. I mean... +2 food and +2 production, I would much rather have the deer, because they give you just flat out more resources. But on the other hand, sheep, they are sheep. So yeah. You can get stables, I believe, and right, stables, I forgot about that. I can get stables to give more production to sheep. This is something I should go for next, right? Because stables, yeah, I'm not mistaken, it does give +1 production to not to stables, to sheep. So that's something I'm gonna go for next. Extra production equals awesome in my book. People are uneasy of more barbarian encampments, so too bad, I guess. Budapest, ooh, militaristic, irrational. And I'm the first one to discard them. Am I alone on this island? I mean, except for city-states, I mean. Am I the only real big civilization over here? Maybe I am. Still, things are... Ooh, Parthenon. This is getting scary. Especially since those guys already have a composite bowman, which means that somebody else already has composite bowman. Because city-states didn't have technology that nobody else has. Somebody has to discover the technology for a city-state to have it. As simple as that. Anyway, let's keep exploring. Those guys are just... Yeah, they're trying to keep me away, aren't they? Those pesky baggers. Budapest is on desert, but somehow it's actually got a lot of population. I guess that's because of the oasis, and I can see some non-desert tiles nearby as well, so I guess that's why. Parthenon, yeah, people think they want trade routes and me to kill barbarians. I guess I could very slowly move in this general direction. I could also scout out what is over here. Maybe this is barbarian campment, unlikely. But still, I can try. More Pantheons, that's God of the Sea. Ooh, scary, scary. And actually, the videocast is longer than required for me to end it. So as soon as I get, or not get, Hanging Goddess, I'm going to end this videocast. Either way, it was Ohida. No, it wasn't Ohida. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixfire. Thank you very much for watching my videocast. If you somehow managed to enjoy it, then please do leave a comment. And also, I like. The latter helps me a lot, and I like to read the first one. Yeah.
I think that if ever a mortal heard the word of God,
thank you for watching.
it would be in a garden at the cool of the day.
Oh yeah. And I'll see you next time. Next time? Online, I meant. Ah.